How you guys and girls doing today? Blackboard Game here, and is For Honor the best game of 2017? I'm going to give y'all the top 3 reasons why I think For Honor is an amazing game. Let's do it.
Young Savage, why you trapping so hard? Why these niggas capping so hard? Why you got a 12-car garage? Why you pulling out?
How you guys and girls doing? Like I always say, y'all just aren't subscribers and viewers with y'all family, and I really appreciate y'all. If you're new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe and like. This really helps out. With that being said, let's get straight into these reasons. So y'all, For Honor in general is an amazing game, and I'm going to start off with number 1. Let's get straight to the point. It's strictly skill based. What do I mean by that? I know y'all gonna get sick and tired of me saying this and bringing up this kind of example under this kind of circumstance, but let's take Overwatch for example. It's all team based. There is no per se skill that sets you out, makes you different. Sure, you can do better than everybody else, but you still need a team. With For Honor, it's strictly you against the other opponent. There's no such thing as people's fault. There's nothing for you to blame. People like to use the excuse of, like, you know, lag and things like that, or different. No, that's no excuse, y'all. I'm sorry to say that. When it comes to For Honor, and the main mode that you like to play on For Honor, the main thing that For Honor likes to focus on is 1v1 situations, especially when you want to improve. When you go into a 1v1, there's no excuse. There's no if, ands, or buts. There's no, oh, you know, the team wasn't helping me out, so this is why I lost, or oh, this person over here wasn't doing it. It's just you versus the other player. If that other player wins, that's because you didn't have enough skill to beat him. If you won, it's because you had more skill than he did or she did. There's no such thing as trying to differentiate, you know, whose fault it was. It's either your fault, and like that's the thing. And you know, I've tried to sit here and think about it myself, and let me know, do y'all think the same thing? Because when you get mad, you start to come up with things that, you know, can validate why you lost, but there's no validation because there's nobody to blame. It's you versus the other person. Of course, if it's lagging real bad, like noticeable, yes, that's a problem, but you need to check your internet. Other person's just having a bad internet connection. Every single game you get into, there's no more excuses. I mean, it's you versus the other person, and that's one of the main reasons why I think For Honor is such a good game, because it challenges you. And that's going to be my next tip coming right up right now. And the second reason that I have for y'all is you must learn and adapt. What I mean by that is, in most multiplayer and single player games, you can kind of get away with doing things over and over and over again. Somebody might not notice what you're doing. And there's nothing that sets you apart from everybody else. Even if you're a pro player, you know, there are some things you can do because, you know, there's too many things going on in that certain match for them to focus on you all the time. But when you go into a 1v1, a 2v2, or 4v4, depending on if people have honor or not, and they jump you. But, you know, most likely if, you know, you're going into those kind of games and, you know, it's just you versus the other player for that amount of time, you will not be able to beat that person if they know more than you. And what I mean by that is, if they know the parry system or they know the feint system and you don't, it's over. It's game over. You can't go into the same, expect to level up and expect to beat the same people over and over and over again. And this game will teach you that. It will punish the hell out of you. This game is not a game that you can just go into a game and get over with, you know, get over with things over and over. No. I went to a game, my very first game, and of course you can pay to play, but your skill shows. That's another great thing about this game. Your skill set will show. I mean, I've gone into games when I was like level 5 or 6, and I've fought like a rep 8, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get destroyed. And I beat him, and like I asked him, like, not being in like an offensive or an asshole way, but I'm like, are you trolling? And the very first thing they say is pay to play, bro, pay to play. And I'm like, okay, so your skill set will show. There's no hiding your skill set through rank. That's another thing I love about this game. There's no skill shit. There's no like hiding your skill through rank. So if you know more knowledge about the game, then you're gonna beat that person, and this game is gonna punish you for that. Like if you don't know more knowledge about the other person, like if you go into multiple games, you're gonna start saying to yourself, damn, every time I throw a heavy attack, I'm just getting parried, I'm just getting countered, I'm just getting, like, you know, he's hit me with like a certain unblockable. How do I beat this certain type of hero? You need to study, because if you don't, you get destroyed for it. And the last one, y'all, number 3, the third reason why I think that For Honor is really good is because this is just a personal one, but to me, it feels up to date. Like, you know, most games, they feel like with Call of Duty, it kind of feels like, you know, they didn't go far enough into the future, or like, you know, they didn't go too back into the past. Like, I feel like For Honor is right where it needs to be. It's got the perfect graphics to sustain you. Nothing bad, nothing extremely top tier, but nothing like horrible quality. Like real, it feels up to date, and it feels like past at the same time. Like, I can't explain it. Like, it feels like you are really truly playing a Knight, Honor, and Viking game. Like, you feel like you're immersed in the environment. Like they've got that down pretty good. So just in general, y'all, like, I'm thinking this like a really amazing game. The one thing that makes it stand out, y'all, is the simple fact that, like I said, you want to continue to improve, and if you don't improve, you'll get destroyed for it, and you're gonna stay in the same spot. There's no such thing about it, and like, that's what I think that makes For Honor so good and so amazing. Of course, it has its own server stability problems, but of course Ubisoft fixed that throughout the way. And I just wanted to bring y'all this video to let y'all know this, because I really think that For Honor, like, it's gonna be one of those games, like I read in an article somewhere, and I think it's so true. It's gonna be kind of like Rainbow Six Siege. Like, it's gonna come out and it's gonna be a big hit, and then it's gonna drop a little bit. You know why it's gonna drop? I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all, because some people can't handle that skill. Some people can't handle, you know, the simple fact that it takes skill and it takes dedication and practice and learning things to fight. I mean, to play in this game. And you know, it's gonna rise back up again. Like people were saying, you know, with the way that things happen with a Siege, it's shot back up. So I think when DLC come out for this game, it's gonna start becoming popping again. It's not gonna be like one of the games kind of like Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat got still really fast, in my opinion. You know, most of these games get still really fast because there's like not much to do. But I think For Honor has the perfect balance. I want to go over the three things again. Perfect balance of having to be strictly skill based, knowing what you're doing, if you're not getting punished for it, learning to adapt. Once again, going hand in hand with number one, learning to adapt, knowing the parry system, the feint system, knowing your combos, knowing when to do things at the right time, knowing your judgments and stuff like that. And number three, it feels up to date. It feels like right where it should be, and it won't get boring too fast. Alright, y'all, so I wanted to bring y'all this quick video. Let me know what y'all think. I know some people have been saying that like For Honor has been like declining lately, and it's been declining like slowly but surely, and I think that like that's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I don't think that this game is declining whatsoever. I think that, like, you know, the simple fact that the servers were a problem before, I think they've done extremely well, like patching up the servers and, you know, getting them nice and ready for like other people and things like that. And I really think that if there was one excuse or one reason this game would decline, I think if there could only be like one reason why I could find fault in this game, is a simple fact that the game is too skill heavy. Like, you know, it's a game that you're not going to get a break on. You just can't sit back and relax and expect to do the same thing over and over again. And I think that's what's going to bring it down, but it's not going to be brought down. So let me know what y'all think of this video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Black Boy Gamer.
Let's get Wiz Khalifa high, yeah. Get meditated over medicated, get Wiz Khalifa.